the stockings that are the problem.
Ah, yes, they would be.
Keeping them up.
I do understand.
Yes. Well, Marigold.
Who?
My wife, Marigold.
Wife?
My wife, Marigold.
Oh, that Marigold! Yes.
She's a nurse, you know, and she put me in touch with a shop which supplies suspender belts to nurses, amongst other things.
Really?
Yes, yards of elastic for the larger ward sister. Well, it works miraculously.
You're wearing the suspender belt, you sexy devil.
Good Lord, I'd never realized the full implications of rising to the height of the legal profession.
Sometimes since we had champagne in chambers.
Sometimes since we had a silk in chamber.
I recall once, George, you liked it, we had a fellow in chambers once called Bulstrode, oh, it was before you were born, and someone gave him 100 guineas for 6 months' pupillage. Do you know what this Bulstrode fellow did?
No.
Stood champagne all round. The next day he ran off to Calais with his junior clerk, and we never saw hide nor hair of him again. Oh, thank you. Whose pupil were you? I don't remember.
Oh, no, he was my pupil, Uncle Tom.
Oh, well, George wouldn't do a thing like that. At least I don't think, would you?
Well, I missed the beginning of that, Uncle Tom.
Well, I was telling you about this fellow Bulstrode, you see.
Oh, yes.
And someone gave him 100 guineas.
Albert.
Albert, well met. By Jove, you do look distinguished.
Well, we'll have to cut a certain figure down the House of Lords, you know, Mr. Rumpole. I hope I'll have the pleasure of going down with you one day, sir.
Never, Albert, I promise you. Not ever.
Now then, Henry, we don't want you getting Miss Marchbanks tiddly. You may fill me up, however.
Really, Mr. Tree, sure you wouldn't rather have a glass of instant?
No, that's...
Thank you, Henry.
There you go, sir.
Lovely.
Your husband's star has risen so quickly, Mrs. Featherstone. Only 10 years gone, and he's an MP and leading counsel.
Well, it's a PR, you see. Guthrie's frightfully good at the PR.
And the what?
How's your glass, sir?
Well, Guthrie always says the most important thing at the bar is to be polite to your instructing solicitor.
Oh,
Don't you find that, Mr. Rumpole?
polite to solicitors. You know, that never occurred to me.
Guthrie admires you so, Mr. Rumpole.
Oh.
He admires your style of advocacy.
Well, I suppose it makes a bit of a change from bowing 3 times and offering to black the judge's boots for him.
He says you're most amusing out of court, too.
Oh.
Don't you quote poetry?
Only in moments of great sadness, madam, or extreme elation.
Oh, Guthrie is so looking forward to leading you in his next big case.
Leading me? Did you say leading me?
Well, he has to have a junior now, doesn't he? Naturally, he wants the best junior available.
Now he's a leader.
Now he's left the junior bar.
Ah, just for a pair of knee breeches he left us. Just for an elastic suspender belt I supplied to the nursing profession.
Rumpole.
Ah, my learned leader.
Can I have a word?
Yes, of course I will. Would you excuse me? Marigold.
Marigold, come join us.
Chap.
Albert, I tell you what.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello, Uncle Tom.
No, I just wanted to say that
Yeah.
I don't see why recent events should make any difference to the situation in Chambers. Well, you're the senior man in practice, Rumpole.
Ah, you wrong me, Brutus. You said an older soldier, not a better.
A quotation, Rumpole. Very apt.
Is it?
No, what I mean is that I don't see why, well, all this should make any difference. You all have my full support as head of Chambers.
Oh, that.
Mr. Whiston!
My dear fellow!
Mr. Whiston, Henry, a chair for Mr. Whiston. Now, come along now.
Come on in.
Oh, you look
Sit down there.
good to see you.
Yes, Albert wrote to me about this little celebration. I was determined to be with you. And the doctor's given permission for no more than 1 glass of champagne.
One glass of champagne coming up, sir. There we are.
The great change in Chambers. Now we have a silk. Guthrie Featherstone, QC, MP.
QC.
Oh, he's a jolly good
fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, and so say all of us, and so say all of us.
Thank you.
You Featherstone have brought a great distinction to Chambers.
Nice, Guthrie.
You know, when I was a young man, You remember when we were young men, Uncle Tom?
Oh, vaguely, yeah.
We used to hang around in chambers for weeks on end. I well recall. We used to occupy ourselves with an old golf ball and a mashing limerick, trying to get chip shots into the waste bin.
He still does that, Uncle Tom.
Albert was a boy then.
I'm a child, Mr. Winston.
And we used to pray for work. Any sort of work, didn't we, Uncle Tom?
Yes, we were tempted to crime. Only way we could get into court.
But as you grow older at the bar, you discover it's not having any work that matters. It's the quality that counts.
Here, here. I'm always saying we should do more civil.
Now, Guthrie Featherstone, QC, MP, will of course command briefs in all divisions.
Yeah.
Planning, contract, even chancery.
Oh, come now, Weston.
I'm so afraid after I'm gone, these chambers might become known as merely a criminal set.
Disgraceful.
And of course, there's no doubt about it, too much criminal work does rather lower the standing of the chambers.
Couldn't you install pithead baths?
Oh, Horace.
We could all have a good scrub down after we got back from the bailey.
Now, Horace Rumpole, and I mean no disrespect whatever to my son-in-law,
Daddy!
does practice almost exclusively in the criminal courts.
One doesn't get the really fascinating points of law, not in criminal work.
No, I've often thought that we should try to attract some really lucrative tax cases into chambers.
Tax cases. Tax cases make the world go round. I mean, compared to the wonderful world of tax, crime's totally trivial. I mean, what does it matter? If a boy loses a year, 2 years of his life, totally unimportant. Anyway, he'll grow up to be banged up for a good 5, eh? Shut up with his own chamber pot in some convenient hole we all prefer not to think about.
Now then, Horace, your practice no doubt requires a good deal of skill.
Skill? Who's anything about skill? Any fool can do it. It's only a matter of life and death. Crime's a sort of game. I mean, how can you compare it to the real world of offshore securities and deductible expenses?
All you young men in chambers can learn an enormous amount from Horace Rumpole when it comes to crime.
Good God, you make me sound just like Fred Timpson.
Really?
Ah, chappers, Albert.
Whoever is Fred Timpson?
Well, the Timpsons are Rumpole's favourite family.
An industrious clan of South London criminals, aren't they, Rumpole?
South London criminals.
I mean, do we really want people like the Timpsons forever hanging round our waiting room? I merely asked the question.
Oh, do you really? Merely ask it. Excuse me.
The Timpsons and their like are no doubt grist to Rumpole's mill, but it's the balance that counts.
Yeah, there we are, sir.
Now, you'll be looking for a new head of chambers. I'd like you all to think it over carefully and put your views to be in writing. We should all try and remember it's the good of the chambers that matters.
Are we still looking?
Not the feelings, however deep they may be, of any particular person. The good of chambers.
The good of chambers.
Guthrie Featherstone, head of chambers?
By universal acclaim.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he can have the headaches. Trying to work out Albert's extraordinary bookkeeping system.
Only you could have become a QC.
QC. CT, that's good enough for me.
CT, whatever CT.
Counsel for the Timpsons.
Rumpole, you're impossible. You're not in court today.
No, not today. Hey, it must be time to see Nick off. What are you reading? The Mysterious Adventures of the Speckle Band? Industrial sociology, Nick?
Well, old Bagnall was talking about what I should read if I get into Oxford. It's very interesting.
You astonish me, Holmes. I'll ring for the taxi.
Well, of course you're going to read law, Nick.
I thought perhaps PPE, and then go on to sociology.
Oh, we're going to keep it in the family.
PPE sounds very good, Nick. Very good indeed. For God's sake, let's stop keeping it in the family. And that's what's wrong, Nick. It's the devil of it. They're all being born round us all the time. Little Mr. Justice Everglades, little Timpsons, little Guthrie Featherstones. all being set off to follow in their father's footsteps. Well, let's have no more of that. No more following in father's footsteps.
See you at half-term, then.
Right.
Victoria Station, please.
No more.